Oh, my Elvie pump. So I just keep it in a plastic bag, Ziploc bag, to separate it from everything else, keep everything organized. So what I love about this pump is its portability. So you could have this when you're driving, or if you're in the car, just on the go, if you feel comfortable being out in public. It's just nice because it's portable. You're not attached to any wall, any big machine. So for any moms who are pumping, I find that I reach for this a lot more than I thought. I also used this a lot before I gave birth. So when I was trying to express more colostrum, before my milk came in fully, I would use this, and it was cleared by my OB. So just make sure you clear with your OB before you start pumping before birth. But yeah, I feel like it's very easy to learn how to use, and a lot of times for road trips, I use it in the car, because if you're gonna be pumping every 2 to 3 hours, you don't always have time or the capacity to use one of the bigger hospital grade pumps. So these will definitely do the job. I believe they sell them in singles or pairs. So when I do travel with the diaper bag, I actually only bring one. So if you're trying to cut costs at all, I think one is actually sufficient, and you can just always buy multiple milk storage containers. And I like that Amazon, you do have to replace pump parts every few months because they wear out. So they do sell the replacement parts individually. One thing I also got from Amazon in particular that didn't come with the Elvie kit are the nipple inserts. So not everyone fits the universal sizing of the shield. And that's really, I think, the most crucial thing about pumping. You want to make sure you have the right flange size or shield size. And that's so you can express the most amount of milk possible to maximize your supply. I've been lucky to have a decent supply so far, but I will say I had to get the nipple insert to really maximize the amount of milk that comes out. And this one was the 21 millimeter. They also sell nipple rulers, so there's resources online to know how to measure what nipple size you are. And if you don't fit the universal size, these are a really cheap, effective way to maximize your milk supply. So I just bought this off Amazon, and I put it in here, and my amount of milk just increased because I was able to express more because it's a better fit.
The nice thing about this as well is that it charges with like a universal USB.
Oh yeah.
Which is nice.
Actually, I think you have to use,
yeah, right there. Just a USB-B, I believe.
Yeah, it comes with the charger too, but yeah, you can use a different charger. It's pretty convenient. Yeah, I feel like I reach for this really often because I don't lug the big pump with me when I'm in the car or anything. So
you should say what
I
happens
really
like the
love
day
Elvie.
that this didn't work or it ran out of battery, like, and we were out.
Oh, yeah, just always make sure the one you bring with you is charged, because for some reason I have two, and the one I brought in the diaper bag wasn't charged, and then I became engorged, and then I got it clogged up. So if you want to be careful and bring two to make sure one's charged, but just always make sure you bring it charged, obviously.
You should actually just go in, for those who don't know, like, what do you do when you have a clogged duct? How do you fix it?
Oh, well, there's plenty of things. The first thing I do is I pump. So that's the biggest thing. This helps prevent clogged ducts, because if I'm on the go and before I go home, if I'm not going to be home for a while, then I just use this. So it gets the milk out, and then that way you're not so engorged or clogged. If you already get past that point, which has happened to me a ton, you want to pump as soon as you can. Hot showers, breast massage. If you're able to nurse, if it's not too painful, your baby can help, or even your husband, they recommend. But whatever really gets the milk out. So they make also breast massages, massagers, but really whatever gets the milk out. And then to treat the symptoms in the meantime, you can take Advil, use a heat pack, but really really uncomfortable. I've been there. So
The baby seems to be the best at pulling the clogged ducts
Yeah.
out though.
if you can tolerate it, like sometimes I can't, but when you're able to tolerate the baby nursing, that's really the best way. Because sometimes the pump, once it's clogged, the milk won't come out as much, in my experience. But yeah, this is also a lifesaver to prevent clogged ducts. So I really would recommend this portable pump because it's a lifesaver.
Perfect.
And definitely get the insert if you're not the universal size.